Good afternoon, Speed Gaming 2, and welcome to Score Link to the Past Season 5 League Invitational. We have Zeke Highwin representing TM32 God Route versus Dr. Mario of the Eastern Skippers. My name is Tracy M. With me today is Keebs. How you doing, Keebs?
I'm doing great. How are you today, Tracy?
Very good. Looking forward to Invrosia. You want to tell us a little bit about Invrosia?
Sure thing, Invrosia. So we are going to have an inverted start. We do get a starting sword, much like Ambrosia, though we don't get a boots hint, which I'm a little disappointed about. And the extra thing here is that all of the big keys are also shuffled in the world, except for the Ganon's Tower big key. So that's an added element for the players to work through here.
Yeah, the shuffled big keys are a big part of trying to keep the early blind fight from happening, early cold stare fight from happening. The Gannis Tower big key not shuffle because we don't want to have to worry about searching for it. And of course, the thing that I always forget, and I'm sure chat will remind me when it comes up, there's always an item on the boss. So.
Yes, I did forget to say that.
Yeah, it looks like Zeke trying to find some bombs somewhere. Wants to do that hype cave check right away. Did he get rupee somewhere? Because that sure looks like an 8.
He got 20s from the tree pull.
Or yeah,
the statue pull.
Go straight to dig game, Zeke. go get your dig. Oh no. You go to dig game. Dig game will give you $50 back, and then you can buy your bombs. But okay, sure.
Yeah, but the tier one was the 20s, so he's just gonna get another one here after.
Yeah, I suppose, but Okay, meanwhile, we got the Sea House from Dr. Marty with just another piece of heart. Or we're down to 1 heart because it's inverted, and these almost everything will do 2 hearts in the Dark World. I didn't get a good look at that. I saw a pendant at Thieves Town. I didn't see much else. Starting with a compass in there. Okay, there's that $50 refund. Heart container, heart piece, gloves on in Thieves Town, and a blue mail. Blue mail's really nice early in inverted.
Yeah, for sure. That extra heart container and the blue mail right off the bat is gonna feel real good.
Let's see if we get anything else good in Thieves Town. So far, I believe we got a compass, but then we got the gloves.
Oh,
we got mitts. Mitts are not. I mean, it could give them light world axes, but mitts don't actually are. We are. I will now say it. Mitts no longer hard required for anything in inverted, because we do have a new tech that lets us get to King's Tomb without mitts. So.
Right. That would be the only thing it technically locks.
But hey, we can get to the light world with them. I mean, we can't do anything there right now because we don't have a moon pearl, and we'll just kind of sit in those bushes and stare. But it's. Bomb will with another heart container, and that's it for Dr. Marty and Village Outcast. We'll see where he heads to next. With those gloves, he could start at the Dark Chapel and go back to the arrow rocks. Most of those are I'm not sure they're 50-50. I think they're guaranteed bombs. Maybe they're 50-50.
I think
either
they're
way,
50-50s.
Either way, he has 5 bombs anyway, so this is fine. We'll go straight over to Hype Cave. And we have a nice item in the heart container, nice item in the blue mail, and a to be determined item in that bombos.
Yeah, this early though with the starting sword, that bombos could come in handy just if you have to kill a bunch of enemies on a screen.
If we get flippers, that bombos could mean we have to go into Ice Palace. A less good thing. Okay, Dr. Myers can take his 50 rupees. Probably going to play the arrow game. He did not do the tree pill, so he does not have quite the money that Zeke had. So he'll go to Stumpy here. And then we'll probably see the arrow game for some money. Inverted is like the arrow game mode. No, okay, nope. Just gonna save and quit at the heart piece.
Maybe going to do chest game for. Did Marty do chest game?
I don't think he had the money for it when he was here earlier, so probably not. Also, he could do Skull Woods. There's a couple items in Skull Woods that we might be able to find.
Yeah, and we're quickly running out of places for that progression to be.
Or he could rush Dark Death Mountain. Or, yeah, well, I guess it's going to be dark because it's inverted. But he could rush Death Mountain. And Zeke's going to do the arrow game. You wouldn't have to play this if you just gone straight to take. Or he could have pulled the tree pull again, like you said. Yeah, I'm not sure I like the Rush to Death Mountain with other relatively easy Sphere 1 checks available. This won't be in Logic until we get the lamp. Or, some combination of Light World Axis plus Flute. So I guess Moon Pearl plus Flute would do it. But it does give us the extra save quit spot. We do have the long trek of rescuing the old man, because he doesn't like being in the Dark World, so we gotta take him all the way up to the portal and take him down to his cave. And a sorted G game is really nice.
Yeah, very interesting though, because we're very limited on in Logic checks at this point.
Yeah, at this point it's just a search for the Moon Pearl. No, we can get it. We can't check. It's really annoying that the old man does not let you go into other caves. So you have to go save him, and then as a bunny, or in this case, since Dr. Mari's playing as using the Shadow Sprite, he's the, what's the name of the dog? Interceptor or something? He's a little puppy. Gonna walk around to try and do this one check we can do. Okay, what do we have in Spectacle Rock Cave? Not even peeking it, he's just hoping it's something. Cart container. Well, I mean, it's... honestly, I'd have picked that up.
Yeah, I would have grabbed it.
I mean, I can see if you're already going... If you're blind checking it, I think you just pick it up. If it's a situation where you're peeking it and then going down, then I don't mind the skipping it. But you already went through all that to just walk up the stairs. It's only a few more seconds to grab the extra heart container, and we are still in inverted, so... Meanwhile, Zeke gonna go into Skull Woods. So,
yeah,
with
the progression has to be here, right?
Yeah, but it could just be a lamp. But yeah, there should be something in Skull Woods. It'd be one extra item in every dungeon because of the shuffled big keys. So Skullwood's gonna have 3 items. And that's a hammer, which doesn't do anything at the moment. Oh, it gets us over to East Dark World.
It gets us hammer pegs.
It gets us hammer pegs, yeah, because we have mitts already, and it gets us East Dark World, so like the pod area, the pyramid. I think it'll take us all the way over to Catfish.
Yes.
Money with just 50 rupees and a piece of heart. There really isn't a lot else that Dr. Mari can do here because we can't actually do. We don't have a hook shot for Hookshot Cave. And we can do a little. Gosh. Oh, we can. Oh, we get 1 check out of this. We can get the floating island item. Gotta get through these mini mold arms first. Blue mail helps with that. Just a small key in the center of Skullwood. So it's that hammer that we were supposed to find there. And just 20 rupees on the floating island, so... He's gonna go out of his way for the 20 rupees, but not gonna go out of his way for the heart container. Okay. Well, I mean, it does give him pod money. Not that he knows that he can get a hammer right now, but...
Yeah, but I think he does have the knowledge that it's not the lamp that's giving progression, or else he would have found something else up there.
Right.
So his thinking, it's got to be the hammer. We're probably going to pod. Makes sense.
I mean, at this point, yeah, it could be. To his mind, it could just be a moon pearl there. So, probably gonna do dig game now. He's got the money for it. Meanwhile, Zeke looks like he's headed towards Dark Death Mountain. Again, there's so little that you can do in these places. I mean, I feel like until you have access, until you have Moon Pearl, can do more stuff up here. I feel like you want to follow the progression a little bit better. You know, just go ahead and go. You know, you got a hammer. That's. I mean, again, he could be thinking, yeah, it could be hammer to pod for a lamp. And that puts all this in logic, but he's going to quickly find out that that's not going to be the case. Marty gets his sword. And I just feel like when there's only a limited number of things left that you can do, maybe you should do those before you do the out-of-logic things, especially when the out-of-logic things just aren't that many. Okay, oh, Dr. Murray hasn't done the chess game. Yep, okay, gets his 20 rupees. And he's going to head over to Skullwoods. I think that's all he has left at this point. I'll see if Zeke decides to pick up this heart container. Or if he even decides to peek it first. Looks like he's going to peek it. And just going to save and quit. Meanwhile, Dr. Murray gets a small key. Going to head over. I think this is the room the hammer was in. It's definitely in the front. But he could choose to just follow that hammer and skip the middle chest. The middle chest, it turns out, just has a small key anyway.
Yeah, and Zeke now going to East Dark World. Probably going to do Pyramid Catfish first.
Yeah, the problem with Pod is it could you only have one chest guaranteed available, and that might be it. Now it could be the progression, but
yeah, but you give yourself a couple extra chances to find a bow, find the big key.
Yep,
especially with so many limited checks left.
Yeah, because Pod can gate you very quickly, and if the answer is Pod, there might be a thing in between in one of these locations. Not at the pyramid though. Looks like Dr. Marty is going to go ahead and get this middle item, which again I think is just a small key. Oh, I saw a green. Okay, we had our tracker bandman pick this up earlier. We do have a swamp. Is also a pendant. We have a green pendant on Turtle Rock, and our red crystals are Pod and Skullwoods. That small key will be it for Dr. Marty. Not sure why he's death warping. Could just save and quit here, I think.
Might be thinking about the Hammer Pegs play first.
Yeah, is it faster to walk out to get there? I
am not sure.
It feels like it'd be slower to do it this way, but I haven't timed it, so I don't know. Now let's see what Catfish has. It's not Catfish.
Oh.
Okay, we're down to Hammer Pegs and Pod. And of course, no boots means we could do hammer pegs the slow way. And I think Zeke's gonna head over to pod.
Yeah, I imagine both runners would mimic clip.
There's our move. Oh, yeah, you don't want to save and quit. Okay, that's really big for Dr. Marty. So pod is not the answer, and that's where Zeke's headed. So yeah, I think Dr. Marty's just gonna head over to the light world. Oh no, Zeke, you lost Kiki. I mean, chat suggesting pod is the answer. Pod could be an answer to something. It is not the answer to Light World Access, because it's not going to have a Moon Pearl. It definitely could have something.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't distract Zeke too much if there is something in here.
And there's a hook shot. Oh, we're in the well. A bottle. That's a good time to get a bottle. And a mirror. Mirror is pretty big and inverted. While not necessarily hard required, because we don't have to do Swamp Palace, it does give us access to a lot of things in the Dark World that we don't otherwise have access to. It allows us to not use the flute to get to Mire. It allows us to get into Turtle Rock in all sorts of weird ways. So it does a lot of nice things for us. And all the money you could possibly want in...
So in pod we are bow locked.
Yep. I didn't see what he got, but it was definitely not a small key. So we're going to see him in the clip, it looks like. Which, again, I mean, you're here, so I understand why he's doing it. But for this to be your Moon Pearl means you skip bow somewhere. So, and this is not a quick thing to do. I'm just going to delay him longer to getting to those hammer pegs. Chat saying it was a compass to start off. So not even a useful item. Like, not even bombs to be useful. Okay, Zeke's gonna give up on this Mimic Clip. I think that's fine. Again, I mean, there's nothing in logic left in pod. And it possibly wasn't even thinking of hammer pegs and suddenly remembered it. That can happen. Yeah, that's a fair statement. Wanting to save pod for, I mean, obviously if it's last location, at some point you might have to. But yeah, the idea of doing the Mimic Clip if you can, going there with the intention of doing it. Okay, Zeke's gonna get his Moon Pearl out of these hammer pegs. Looks like just rupees on the library, so we won't ever be coming back. He's hard on the race game, not getting that.
Looks like we'll do Smith Chain while we go into South Light World.
Yeah, and with the mirror, it's another thing you can do with the mirror. So you can do the Smith Chain without the mitts here. And grab the purple chest and drag it to the south. Without boots, it's kind of fine, you know. You're not gonna be running anyway. Just bombs. Looks like he's gonna drag that purple chest for a little bit. Is he gonna start elsewhere? He's gonna start in the Lost Woods here.
Yeah, this is interesting. I'm not sure if he's going to take it all the way over to Graveyard Ledge or just do the Lost Woods checks.
Yeah, I think some people like to get the North Dark World checks over right away.
Oh,
There's a bow here. Okay, well, we go back to pod now. I mean, I can't imagine Dr. Mario's gonna miss that, but it's really nice for Zeke to find that. And I think my guess is Dr. Mario's gonna loop all the way around south to north. One of the tricky parts of inverted, of course, is that, yeah, you gotta drop the purple chest first. Is that there's no fast movement around the light world. So, once you're in the light world, you kind of want to stay there as much as you can. We do have a Turtle Rock big key, which we don't need or particularly really even want. I should say we hope we don't need. I'm going to grab the boomerang. We are going to grab the boomerang. Blue boomerang's nice. Allows you to do some nice GT strats. There's the other bow. Okay. I fully expect Zeke to pick that up too, because I assume he'll... Oh, he doesn't have the mirror yet, so yeah, I think he comes back here with the mirror, but no guarantee. So both our runners likely to be on silvers. I'll get into another tree pull. I was wondering why he was going into this house. It's got the Mario painting.
Pull Mario's mustache. Get $80.
And he's gonna get these 2 300s. Be like, why did I waste my time? And there's one of our terrain changes. We can get into Checkerboard Cave in a different way. I'm already skipping that heart container as well. That one I think is a lot more defensible than the other one.
Yeah, at this point we've got 7 hearts blue mail.
Yep.
So I doubt they're going out of their way to get any more hearts.
Yeah, there's a big key on the desert ledge that we can't get to. That is hard locked behind the book. And Bombos for Misery Mire entrance, which means he can go in there right now. He's got the hook shot to get across. Can't finish it. No Candace and Maria. No. Oh, it does have the Mire big key.
Yeah, no fire source either. So that's
yeah. So that's 2 items you can't get.
That's a choice though if you go in there.
Well, I think he's headed that way.
Yeah, already saying I'm here. Let's just do it. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this play, though.
I mean, on the one hand, there's a lot of things open still in the light world that you can go to. But sometimes when the game gives you the things to do something like a Misery Mire, it means there's something there. So...
Yeah, for sure. The game usually tells you what to do. Though there are three checks we can't get.
Yeah, it does lie to you sometimes. 3 items, though. That's one of the nice things about the big key shuffle, is that it does mean each dungeon is slightly more worth, because we get 1 extra item in every dungeon. And it will spit them out pretty quickly. This won't take too long. He's going to have to be a little careful. Only on 4 hearts. Misery Mire does not have a lot of heart pots. He's going to take some damage doing this room here. Going to take more damage doing this room here because Yeah, okay. Going to take... just use up the bottle. Plenty of money if he wants to buy more potions later. And just gets another small key. 2 small keys there just makes it even more likely that there's going to be. Like, I guess they're really, yeah. Okay, so in this mode with the big key shuffle, you can't even have a small key on the left side here. There's like a really good chance there's items there. Could just be the map and compass though. The only way you can have a small key on the left side there is if there's a big key there as well, which, you know, does apply even if the big keys are shuffled, but the odds of the big key being there it becomes a lot less when the big keys are shuffled. And of course, we already have the Mire big key. So in this case, we know those aren't small keys. So far, Misery Mire not giving us anything.
Yeah, we already found the map, so it looks like there's an item on the left.
Yeah, we have map. We have map and 2 small keys. So we have 2 more chances of getting an item. That's an item.
That is an item.
And that's not an item. Okay, well, that was unfortunately not what Dr. Marty was hoping to get out of that Misery Mire play. When he goes back, he does know that he can just go to the left side, get at least 1 item over there, and go straight to the boss. So certainly could be worse. He is gonna do some. So it looks like he's gonna head over to East Death Mountain. Maybe Hookshot Cave as well.
I like this now because you can clear Hera.
There's a lot of things here.
We can do all sorts of stuff and clear most of the mountain. Get into TR, do Laser Bridge.
This is, of course, still not in logic. We don't have a lamp or a flute, but now it's a lot of things that we can do here, as opposed to just the handful of things that we could do when we sequence broke it earlier. Nope, you want to go in the other one. Let's see where Zeke's headed. Let's see.
Ooh,
Eastern Palace big.
Key.
That's a nice item. That is a full clearable Eastern Palace now.
Yeah, I imagine we'll see that play next. And hopefully we see the pod big before that as well.
Yeah, that'd be really nice for Dr. Marty. He'd also like to have some sort of fire source. Obviously, the lamp would be needed to put pod in logic, fully in logic. Doesn't need it for Eastern. Just a big key chest behind the lamp. I would need a fire rod to put Armos Knights in logic. We're gonna get our first look at Hyrule Castle from Zeke. And this is where inverted gets really annoying, because you have to loop up the mountain several times to get all those locations here. We're going to start with Hookshot Cave. Big key to Hera.
Well, that's convenient.
And a sword for Zeke over at the uncle chest. Hera big key, not necessarily hard required because we can Hera pot. We do have the hookshot to do it with, but does let us not orphan the big chest. So that's kind of nice. And it's bombos for Turtle Rock. So we can do every entrance in Turtle Rock because we have the mirror for a bunch of them and then the bombos for the front. I think Dr. Marge is going to go do Hera right now. It is a crystal. You got to do it. He has the big key to full clear it, so it's in logic. Well, I mean, technically not in logic till we have actual logical mountain access, but... You know, Zeke finds the Ice Palace big key, which is logically required, but not technically required. Unless, of course, there's something in the big chest.
But it is very nice to have before you ever go to Ice.
Oh, for sure.
nothing like going back to Ice Palace for one check.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like Dr. Mario doing a hair pot setup I'm not quite familiar with. It's definitely not the new one. But gets it to work. And a fire rod. Is that a fire rod? No, he just did his boomerang. Never mind. I thought I saw a fire rod shot. Another big key to desert. Well, that's one we don't want. No, wait, we have desert as a crystal. We do want that big key.
We do want that. However, we do need a book.
Yes, hard required.
Locking desert.
And boots, of course, won't be hard required because we got the desert big key, but they could still be soft required. Could still be logical.
So at this point, the only other big key that we actually need is pod.
Yeah, that's true. Now, let's see. No, always has to be an item, so the small key is locking itself in the basement. Just 50 rupees, but it is a crystal, and at 334, Dr. Marty's on the board. Probably will do some more mountain loops.
Yeah, I imagine we'll see the laser bridge first, and then
yeah. I mean, he's got Mimic Cave. He's got Spiral Cave. He's got looks like he's gonna do Spiral first, and he can mirror to get into all sorts of parts of Turtle Rocks. Yeah, I like the laser bridge idea as well.
Yeah, I usually do laser first just because it's faster and it's denser. Spiral Cave takes forever.
Spiral Cave is terrible. At least he's got a hook shot, but no boots makes this bad. Hook shot makes it a little bit less bad. I'm gonna first look at Mini Moldorm Cave over here from Zeke. Piece of heart, fire rod, boots, bombs, and 20 rupees. Yeah, when Dr. Mario gets back over here because he's gonna get here eventually. He's not gonna feel great that he waited as long to get those items. In particular, those boots. Although that fire rod, if he decides to try and do Pod Eastern without it, and the lamp isn't up here, then that's also not gonna feel great.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like with that Eastern big key, would you do Mini Moldorm before going to a fully clearable Eastern and then potentially mirroring to Pod for 12 of the 14 items?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. For sure, if I had a lamp or a fire rod, I'd want to prioritize the dungeons that I have to do. And as long as I have a fire source, it's not too bad.
We saw powder in Ice Ride Cave.
But without that fire source, it'd be, I could see stalling to going there to try and get a fire source. Zeke could have fake flipper.
Yeah, it has a stored water walk, so we're going to see water walk after Hobo.
Yeah, the only problem with this is now, I mean, he's got the bow, so you could always do a splash delete for the item on the ledge if it's something, but you could also, do a double water walk, just like this, to get that item if it was something useful.
Yeah, he might just do another fake flipper here, but we'll see.
Yeah, once you fail the fake flipper, your water walk's gone. So yeah, I think you're better off just sticking with the water walk. Okay, what do we have in the key? Ooh, there's our fourth sword. So both runners have 3 swords. No guarantee either one of them will find the one they're missing, but both untempered, so that's good.
Does that make this a 4-sword adventure now?
No. Bottle and rupees. Shield for Dr. Marty. Probably gonna do Mimic Cave and then probably do one more trip up and down to get to laser bridge.
Just
Could do
$20 on the
one.
Zora ledge.
You could also do one check on in the front if he wants to, because he does have the bombos to get in. No, he can't, because he doesn't have Canis tomorrow. Never mind. That is not an option right now. Boots were in Mini Moldworm along with the Fire on.
I'm already finding that cape there, and Mimic Cave, not super helpful. We know that Bumper Ledge is dead, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice luxury item, but yeah, not really something you need.
Though Tile Room is now in Logic, so...
There you go. Also could do Spike Cave with it. Okay, now we got one last bit of checks here. We're going to see Laser Bridge. Where's Zeke going?
Laser Bridge, a big bust there.
Okay, where's Marty going? Oh, he's just going to go do back of Skullwoods right now. You can mirror right here, so that works out pretty well. And it looks like Marty's going to head over towards South Shore before he even considers doing Pod Eastern. And that'll be really good for him because he'll get those boots.
Yeah, and you know, whether Marty chooses to do Zora or just take the fake flipper up toward Eastern area, could be thinking about that as a shortcut too.
No. Oh, okay. Never mind. I would have thought he would have gone to the entrance to the portal near Eastern and Pod if that's where he was going to go first. But looks like he wants to check this item on Lake Hylia Island. It's just rupees, and decided to prioritize that over South Shore. So he's going to be a little longer without those boots and a little longer without a fire source.
Marty, this is the one time you should have lived up to your team name, the Eastern Skippers.
Yeah. I mean, Eastern is fine. Most runners don't have too much trouble with the one dark room the torch. But Dark Turtles is oof. Of course, we don't have a pod big key yet anyway, so we might not even be able to get there. Meanwhile, Zeke's gonna get his first crystal here. Looks like there was nothing a note in Saha. And just bombs on Moth. So just the crystal being the thing we get here in Skullwoods. Ooh, unfortunately, that mirror portal, those mirror portals are tricky. He has to enter in the right spot so he doesn't end up bonking again. And container heart for Dr. Marty. Compass. I believe that was a piece of heart there on Lumberjack. Honestly, an inverted. I don't mind an Agassi. It just does make travel into the light world kind of easier. Obviously, you don't do it just for that, but... there's our lamp.
Interesting.
So, lamp behind boots. So, Dr. Mari not going to have a fire source for any of Eastern or Pod if he chooses to go there after this.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Okay, well... So, Dr. Mari maybe full clears pod without a fire source. That's always fun. But yeah, pod big key and eastern big key in eastern big chess is very amusing.
So really, we're just looking for Samaria and the book. Okay, sorry.
We need rods.
We just
rod.
need the book now because Samaria was
right,
a
there's
graveyard
Samaria.
ledge.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, book card required. Ice rod not required because we don't need to do Turtle Rock. So Zeke needs to get up to the mountain to get to the eastern big key, and Dr. Marty needs to get down to. Actually, only the fire rod is the only thing he needs out of that section. Probably gets the other stuff though. Might need the again, the boots might be logically required, but probably not going to be hard required.
So Tracy, do you like fetch quests?
No.
Because we just got mushroom and shovel in the back of Escape.
Isn't that a fun pair of items? All right, Dr. Murray making quick work of the Eastern Dark Room. And Zeke actually should have known that was a map. Oh no, he hasn't done the. Okay, he hadn't checked the Sank's chest, so that was fair. It was 50-50. That was the map. Nice Armos kill for a piece of heart. And there's the mushroom turn-in from Zeke. And Marty? Oh yeah, he's got so he's got to go grab Kiki, and then he's gonna have to pick something up to walk over that mirror portal because he left that mirror portal in a really awful spot. Okay, he's menued to bombs. If you're carrying something while you walk over a mirror portal, you will not actually go in the portal. When his iframes run out, he might actually end up. Yeah, okay. He had enough iframes to walk back through after the bomb went off.
Zeke not taking any chances doing both of the fetch quests.
I mean, that's what he got out of doing the escape stuff.
Neither of them paying off.
Yeah, so yeah, to answer chat, no, Zeke has not been to Light World Death Mountain. Pretty much we just need a book for no mode. Logically, we need flippers. The runners will likely skip that. I mean, the only way we'd hard require flippers is if the book was somewhere in Swamp Palace, so...
Yeah, they really don't want to find the flippers.
No, they don't. Because Swamp Palace would then fully be in logic, because we have a hook shot, and we'd have a book. Sorry, we'd have a hook shot, we'd have flippers, we'd have a mirror. Dr. Martin's like he's going to go ahead. He must have found... Oh, of course, he has the big key. I always forget about that. Has the big key, so he's going to go ahead and do the back first. Since we know he's not finding a fire source, this is fine. Normally, I would like to see runners go see if they can get that fire source. He doesn't know it, but that's not going to happen. So we'll see how his Dark Turtles are, which is, to my mind, probably the worst Dark Room in the game. Meaning, of course, meaning fully dark. Obviously not if you have the fire rod. And Zeke's gonna get his big keys over here. Probably goes to Hera. Probably can do all the Death Mountain stuff that Dr. Marty's already done. And Bombos is if you can get a really nice hammer hit here to start, you can then use Bombos. And then clear it out that way. Or you could just use your hammer and just kill them all easily enough. That was really nicely done from Dr. Marty. That was very impressive. I imagine Dr. Marty's next move probably is going to Mini Moldworm Cave. Maybe doesn't do the flipper stuff, the Zora stuff. We'll see.
Interesting, an ice rod on Helma.
Yeah, that's what we always wanted. Unless Book is on Helmasaur. We definitely don't want that, but take it back. So we're gonna get 2 extra checks here from Zeke.
Oh no. Zeke missed the last torch.
Oh no. Not ideal. And Dr. Mario's gonna head back into pod here. And yeah, at that low health, it's probably better just Death Warp than to take the mirror.
He had already picked up the full magic as well, so was not going to get a refill.
Piece of Heart and Dark Maze. No, that's not Dark Maze. That's that's the Rupee Room. Didn't see what the other item was. Oh, this is apparently a small key. Thank you to Bandman, our tracker. Looks like he's going to go ahead and hammer jump this. Doesn't need to because has the extra keys, but some people, when they're doing this in the dark, prefer to go south to north in this room, so that could just be a simple comfort thing.
Yeah, that's my preference as well. I don't even know if I could do it the other way.
I just have the map open in front of me. It doesn't matter. I can go either way. Oh, there's the book. Oh, wow. Okay. He's got one. Did he not check the big key chest? That must be what the other small key is for. So we're in no mode.
Yeah, and the required items aren't in too bad of locations.
Yeah, they're slightly better for Zeke because he has to do all this stuff. Whereas technically Dr. Murray does not have to do, doesn't have to go to South Shore, doesn't have to go to, I mean, he might follow that book to desert, but he'd be better off doing, if he does Mini Moldorm Cave and follows the boots, then he will be in go mode. If he goes to desert, it might take him a little longer. Zeke, on the other hand, should just run into everything because he's going to get the Eastern Big Key, and that should take him over to Pod Eastern. Yeah, this looks like desert for Dr. Marty. Or maybe not. That was a nice U-turn.
I like him not going there because the book was lamp locked.
Yes.
So and
can't finish desert anyway. That's a good point.
Right.
He might have just realized that.
And then
so he's gonna get a fire
make
rod.
an immediate U-turn after this.
In fact, I don't think he. Yeah. So was it just the land? Oh, it was Canis Samaria that we need. That's in the North Light World. So probably does desert after getting these items. So he's gonna get a boost, which guarantees logical desert. Gets a fire rod to finish desert. And then probably does North Light World. Yeah, he'll have Canis Samaria go mode. It looks like.
Yeah, it would make sense to, after you clean up some of the dungeons that you can just do right now, check those boots checks, and then he'll just run into everything.
Yeah, he does have Ice Palace available as well. Maybe doesn't rush it because no Icebreaker. Maybe does rush it. We are going to get this check here.
I would say you don't rush Ice Palace because you still don't have flippers. So you're hoping that the flippers are the last thing you find and that your smart is elsewhere. That's how I would look at it personally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Icebreaker saves a ton of time if you're full clearing the dungeon. It does not save a ton of time if you're go moding, but if he goes to Ice Palace before the Cane, then yeah, it's gonna be. Then it's gonna be a full clear without the Icebreaker. Yeah, he also has the one item left in Mire. I can't imagine going and checking that. I mean, unless that's exactly Kane, you're guaranteeing a triple dip.
Yeah, agreed. If Kane was in Mire, that's your last location.
Now Zeke, having the Mire Big Key, having the Cane of Samaria, it wouldn't surprise me if he goes there before Pod Eastern, just because that's going to be a full clearable dungeon for him, and for his mind, maybe the Pod Big Key is just there.
Yeah, that makes sense too, because you can just do Desert Mire, and then when you don't find anything, do Eastern Pod.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Luck into your Pod Big Key.
Yeah, so we might be in no mode with no go mode for a while. This might take a while because both the runners have nice options. Oh, there's flippers.
There's flippers.
Okay, so there's our only logically required flippers. That might strengthen the possibility of Dr. Marty, as you were saying, going into Ice Palace.
Yeah, I'm a little more worried now.
Hopefully he stays out of swamp. I mean, he hasn't done any of the North Light World stuff. So he hasn't done. Maybe the Skullwoods key brings him back to that area. Maybe because he also has Skullwoods to finish, which would put him in the north part of the Dark World or north part of the Light World if he mirrors into it the way Zeke did. And Zeke, as we expected, is full clearing Turtle Rock. Doesn't have the Ice Rod, so won't get sucked into doing Helmasaur. Or sorry, not Helmasaur, Trinex. That's the boss that's here.
All right, and an easy landmo kill for Marty, getting another crystal. That is number 4.
See, Zeke, yeah, he opened the door and realized I can't do anything there anyway. He's gonna go ahead and clean up Laser Bridge, which we know has nothing. And all-important moment for Dr. Marty, where are you going? This could be Skull Woods.
Yeah, it probably is.
Looks
Because
like
you take the normal routes of, you finish your crystal dungeons, you do some of your overworld that's convenient, and then you do pendant dungeons. So if we stick to that, we're going to see North Light World after this, like you were saying.
Of course, Dr. Marty's teammate suggesting that he would do dungeons before finishing up any of this overworld stuff. But he's going to go into this portal. So the fact that he's going into the portal tells me that maybe he will do the North Light World stuff. Because if you're just going to do Skull Woods and then do, say, one of the other dungeons, say Ice or Swamp, you're probably just going to go ahead and walk through Skull Woods to get to the back rather than mirroring in front of it.
Right.
So this could be really good for Dr. Mario. It's also really good for Zeke because he's heading towards Pod Eastern. So we might hit Go mode around the same time. I thought Zeke would do Myra first. I really do. Which would have been fine. Like Myra doesn't take that long to clear, and it is a full clearable dungeon for him. But I mean, on the other hand, you also have Pod Eastern, so which is a lot more checks, even if you don't have the Pod Big Key. Okay, well, he's got silvers. Okay, now he's going to go back and do Skull Woods. Hopefully still means he continues in the Light World.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice, to grab those Lost Woods checks, not on the way out, but to get them before Skull Woods.
Yeah, that means he maybe just finishes this and doesn't move on. Maybe goes straight over to Ice Palace. We'll see after he gets out of... Does he save and quit after Moth, or does he stay? Does he go back into that Light World portal? Meanwhile, Zeke's going to hit his big key, and I believe that'll be Go mode for him. Going in with only 5 hearts, not ideal, but... Does have blue mail, does have a tempered sword. This shouldn't be too bad. Okay, there it goes down, Moth. No, wait. Zeke has got to get that book from the back of Pod. Totally forgot about that. So he's going to have to full clear Pod. And that actually matters, because, like, if it was just get the big key and make that his Go mode, then he could skip basically all of Pod. Yeah, there's the save and quit from Marty.
No.
That's not ideal. So probably Ice Palace now?
Yeah, I imagine we'll see an Ice Palace. I think the problem here is, when does Marty ever go back to North Light World?
Well, he's going to have a choice between that and Swamp after he's done with Ice Palace. He's also going to have a very slow Ice Palace, because Zeke's just going to be able to Icebreaker this.
Right. And Swamp has so much density. Yeah. If you've already left behind North Light World, I imagine Swamp is next.
There's item number 1 in ice, just the bombs. Well, that's an interesting suggestion in chat. He could take the whirlpool portal back up to North Light World. That's actually would be pretty nice routing. When you think about it. Whether he's thinking about that or not, I certainly didn't think about it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Guess we'll just find out.
Yeah. I do appreciate getting to see the occasional Ice Palace bomb jump in that room before with the big Stalfos. I love that strat with the bomb. We just don't get to see it very often because Icebreaker is so prevalent. And let's see, Mario also doesn't have the Ice Palace big key, which could have been another thing to keep him out of here, but we know that's going to be nothing, so that's not going to hurt him. Also be interesting to see if he maybe chooses to skip Ice Tea, because it's much harder to route that in when you have to do the bomb jump. He's gotten 1 item so far. Zeke also going to go straight to the back of pod and, hopefully come back in. I saw another item. There's the map. Okay, second item. Well, there's 4 items in the dungeon, not 3. So, because the big keys are shuffled. So every dungeon gets an extra item. Which means the third item is either in the big chest or an iced tea. We'll see if he chooses to skip iced tea. I mean, this is a situation where I think you skip iced tea. Now we know it's not the answer, but he doesn't. So, more to the point, knowing that it's 50-50 an item, I might have just said, you know what, I'll just assume the item's in the big chest and let it sit there because I can't get it anyway.
I also think this is the difference between go mode and swamp, right? So he's thinking whatever I can do to get out and not do swamp.
Yeah, that's true. If he does do swamp, then huge advantage Zeke. Yeah, and it turned out not to be the item anyway. If he goes to North Light World after this, then we have a race. Zeke gets his ice rod.
Probably very thankful that he didn't have it earlier, or else it would have killed Tranix and taken that 35 seconds, 40 seconds, or whatever.
Also of note, Marty down to just 2 hearts here, and I don't think he ever got the powder. So, yeah, on Blue Mail, I don't think he can take a hit. He might be able to take a puff hit, but he definitely can't take a cold stare hit. Careful. I got those puffs in the corner for just a little bit, but was not able to keep them there. It doesn't have any more fire rushes. Does finish the gets a flute. Well, flute doesn't open a thing.
It doesn't.
Flute
It's just nice
opens
to have.
exactly nothing. I don't even know if he'll activate it, honestly.
If he does, it'll put him back in North Light World.
Yeah, it would. Okay, so are we gonna jump in the whirlpool, or are we gonna save and quit and go to swamp, or just walk to swamp? I guess you could to swamp. Nah, this is a save and quit. This is swamp. And this is a trouble. This is trouble. Yeah, gosh. I mean, this could be the classic. Well, if it's North Light World, I lost anyway. But man, I feel like he's done things pretty efficiently. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, where is he going? Oh, is this a Pyramid Fairy? This is interesting. Didn't even consider this. You have to have mirror for this. Wait, did he? Okay, he's still able to. I don't think I've ever quite seen the bomb dupe where I swear he didn't even have the bomb when he walked out. Like, I don't think I've seen that before.
Is he getting closer to finding the book?
Oh, that's not what you wanted to
key
see.
for swamp.
The key to swamp just makes the swamp play all the more enticing. Okay, you didn't save and quit though, so if he's going back into his portal, there's the book for Zeke.
Oh, that was right.
Oh, I think he's just gonna do escape.
Oh, that's right. He hasn't been here.
He hasn't done any of this, so he could just take the escape to the North Light World and then do Graveyard Ledge from that. That would be an option, but that's gonna take a while. Meanwhile, Zeke's just gonna be in go mode. Has a bunch of dungeons to catch up. Has to do desert. Has to do ice. I guess not that many. He's two dungeons behind, but you know, desert and ice are gonna be pretty quick for him. So.
A little curious that Zeke opened the remaining chests in pod after getting the book.
Yeah, not sure what he was looking for at that point. Yeah, good question. I don't remember where the small key was. So he may not even be able to get all the way to the back from this.
Yeah, I think Zeke did it from the back, but I don't know if he had done front first.
Yeah, he definitely did the back at one point. He didn't go front to back. But I don't remember where the small key was. Okay, so chat saying Dark Cross was a map, so this is just going to be the front of escape. And if this were me, I wouldn't do Dark Cross. Because the chance of it being a caper, I guess the chance of it being a small key, it's going to be, it has to be a small key to go forward. But since I have access to the back, I'd probably rather just do that. But we'll see what Dr. Mario chooses. In the meantime, Zeke's just going to go into Mire. Looks like he might do Mire first. It doesn't really matter at this point. Could do Mire and then mirror. Actually, he mirrored here and then go back into that portal and do desert. Okay, so are we doing Dark Cross? We are doing Dark Cross for a map. That's unfortunate. Yeah, ideally for him, this would be the key. We know it's not. There's the map, there's the mirror.
Walking out, though.
Yeah, that could mean that he's going to go up north and loop around.
Yeah, he sure is.
Yeah, it looks like he is. Okay, so... Zeke has 2 dungeons to do after Meyer. They'll be very quick. Marty heading in the right direction, about to get his lamp here. And I imagine you do Graveyard Ledge before you do Back of Escape, because you'd want to be able to save and quit out of Back of Escape, possibly.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see, which way is he going? Nope, he's doing Back of Escape first. That's unfortunate. He can walk out, so he has so a lot of times in inverted, what you'll do is you'll just walk out to get the last item here. Yeah, there's that small key, the mushroom, and the shovel. Right, we had that. Yeah, yeah. I never thought about that. Mirror probably does save a little bit of time. And that mushroom probably keeps him here, because, like, if I were, my plan would be do this, walk out, do Graveyard Ledge, then go do mushroom.
Yeah, exactly. You have incentive to keep going east. And honestly, you don't have that much more to do.
Right. Okay, there it is. This is Graveyard Ledge. This will be go mode for Dr. Marty. He'll only have 1 dungeon to do. Zeke has 2 dungeons to do. So maybe slight edge to Dr. Marty. Okay, gets his cane. Yeah, and as for he's never going to activate that flute. Yeah, and a chat suggesting that the GT routing could matter. Yeah, this is definitely within GT big key range. The shame there wasn't an opportunity to activate that flute, because then he could have just fluted over to the Meyer area. Okay, so Dr. Mario is going to be into Misery Mire before Zeke finishes Desert Palace. This will be Dr. Mario's last crystal. Zeke still has to go back and do Ice Palace. It'll be a very fast Ice Palace. He'll be able to do Icebreaker, but he still has to do it. Whereas Marty's going to have a very fast Misery Mire. Misery Mire and Go mode is pretty quick. This one room is just being the big pain. He's got silver, so that fight's going to be really fast too. Could also choose to do my favorite Vidi fight with the cape and the gold sword, but I think silver's is still faster. Zeke not quite getting the 1 cycle on Landmo, so that's going to be extra time given to Marty.
Yeah, this is really going to come down to big key placement, GT climb execution. It'll be close, but Marty definitely has a bit of a lead.
Oh, yeah, Zeke has to do the splash delete. Huh, I didn't think you could do that with your silver arrows. I thought you had to switch to wooden. Learned something today. Yeah, so Dr. Mario's going to finish off Vitreous while Zeke is still in Ice Palace. Yeah, that's Vitreous down. All right, get those numbers in chat. I already see them. GTB key is going to be in GT, so. Get the save and quit. That's one of the advantages to killing Aga. That also would happen. Make it easier to get to the castle. We have to go ahead and go into the light world. Run back up. Go through the castle. So we can get to the what would normally be the Aga Tower entrance.
So Tracy, where do you think the big key is?
No, I always say 5, so.
We're
gonna say 5.
I always pick top left Stalfos room, which
Top
ironically is
That
5.
could be 5. That could be 5 with the correct route, yeah. It won't be 5 this time, because he's gonna go Hope Room first. 1 is 50 rupees, 2 is 10 arrows. I guess technically it'd still be 5. We didn't get a small key, so he has to go back to the left here. Small key on the torch. So logically we did need the boots. There's 5. Ah, it's just a small key. 6. 7. And we keep going. Meanwhile, Zeke finishes up Cold Stare, so he'll be heading over to GT shortly. That's 8, I believe. Nine is 10 arrows. $10, 11, 12, 13 is a Cane of Burna, which is not very useful at this point.
Zeke immediately going left. I wonder if this is left
Yeah,
into right
chat
play.
suggesting that, this could get really spicy if the big key's on the right side there. Arrow. Oh.
So he killed the Stalfos and walked out.
Wow, okay. You don't see full left very often. Maybe he wants to, could just bail here, but the power of no, he's gonna keep going. The power of the Dark Magician route is that you mirror without having to kill the Stalfos. But he's just gonna keep going. That's a choice. Yeah. Chat starting to call for tile room, which we have a 1 in 5 chance of at this point.
And we do have Cade.
Well, sorry,
There
chat.
it
We got
is.
number 20. So yeah, this could have gotten very interesting if Zeke had gone right, had followed the regular Dark Magician route and gone right.
So it's not going to change too much, but oh, never mind. I thought Marty didn't have silvers there for a second because he wasn't using
Yep.
silvers.
Yeah, he picked those up right before Skullwoods.
Yeah, I was like, I could have sworn they had them for Vidi, but
Yeah, Zeke about to get the bad news that the big key is not on this side. Very nice Lamo 2 kill with those silver arrows. There's the big key for Zeke. And he's just going to mirror out and he'll take the mini Helma key instead of grabbing the other key in the chest there. Not a lot to look for at this point. The only item left, I guess powder would be nice, kinda. The only really significant item left would be half magic. But we'll get a magic refill here and be just fine. And Marty's got a blue bottle that he got from Pyramid Fairy anyway, so should be fine. This red mail is also available, but I don't think he opened those chests for red mail. Got 2 there. Blue ball, just not nice. Ooh, nice triple to finish it off from Dr. Marty there. I mean, look, we're right back where we started.
and honestly, this is going to be a great time for both runners.
Yeah.
Looks like they're probably both going to get sub 130 on this, which in Vrosia can be crazy long sometimes.
Very nice 1-1 from Dr. Marty. Did not take any damage, which is good considering he only has 6. Don't need a torch glitch when you have silvers. Should be able to get a double to finish it off here. Very nice Ganon fight.
GG's to Dr. Mario crossing the bridge here. See, with an official time of 1:25:36.
Yeah, GG's, and that'll give the Eastern Skippers. I guess that would be their second win and 6 points for them.
Yeah, it looks like that'll make both teams 2-2 overall.
They already played their first match, huh? Okay. Did not. All right, and welcoming in Dr. Marty O. GG's.
Hey guys, thanks very much. That was stressful.
I imagine so. So North Light World, your teammates were very, very worried that you were going to go into Swamp before you went to North Light World.
I mean, I have given them more than a few scares in my time playing this game, so that's completely understandable. It was definitely where I was going next, but
for sure.
Thankfully the cane showed up.
Yeah, it was very interesting. So you got your Moon Pearl earlier. Zeke got his hammer earlier. He managed to take that all the way to East Dark World.
I'm very surprised I got my Moon Pearl
pod.
earlier.
Yeah.
Going by the route I did. I mean,
yeah.
Dipping into Mire early was probably stupid, but
yeah, I mean, I assume it was one of those. I'm right here. I have all these items that say I can do things in Misery Mire. Of course, that was after the Moon Pearl. So the key for getting the Moon Pearl when you did was just not doing East Dark World with the hammer. Zeke did East Dark World with a hammer, and then followed you up to Dark Death Mountain to do the stuff there, and then came back for hammer pegs. You did the mountain, and then got your hammer afterwards in Skull Woods, and then went straight to hammer pegs and got your Moon Pearl.
Yeah, it's a shame that mountain could have all been done in one go if we just kept our nerve and cleared more of the Dark World.
Yeah.
We could have got there with the hook shot, with the hammer, with the mirror. It would have been fantastic.
Yeah, he had his boots earlier, had his cane earlier. His go mode was the book and pod.
Ah, I see. Yeah. Dear. Sorry, I'm getting stressed at this Ganon fight now, just. But I also heard in the comms there that the people didn't need to worry that I had a blue potion that I got from Pyramid Fairy. Completely forgot about that.
Yeah, okay, well, usually I'm the one that forgets those things, but yeah. Yes, you did. I don't know if you had anything else, because I know you had a red that you picked up, but you used that for the spike room in there.
Nope, I had nothing. I assumed I was very far behind, and I had to just rush through it and hope that I wouldn't die.
Just real quick, Zeke finishing up killing Ganon, getting a time of 129.02. So GG's to Zeke.
Yeah, GG's. That's going to put both your teams at 2-2. I didn't realize you all already had your first match against them this week. So yeah, already done for the week.
Yeah, Shady took them on yesterday, and yeah, it's kind of a similarly quick seed. Just basically the times flipped. Some good luck, some bad luck, and yeah, so a good split of a week isn't too bad at all. We can be happy with this.
All right, welcome in Zeke. GG's.
Thank you, Tracy. GG's, Dr. Marty.
GG, Zeke.
So your thoughts on the seed?
Pendant Turtle Rock betrayed me.
I mean, you both did it, so.
That doesn't change the fact that there was nothing there.
Yeah, I mean, I think your biggest time loss was probably the pod play early.
I forgot about hammer pegs.
Oh, okay. So was that during when you're trying to do the mimic clip? Was that I'm gonna mimic clip? Oh wait, I have this other location.
That was what else is in logic? Let me see if I can get this mimic clip while I figure it out.
Ah, gotcha.
It's something to give you that time to think.
Sure. But yeah, the early game was. I mean, it's Ambrosia. It's inverted, so it's gonna be slow. You got to the hammer a little bit before Marty did, but then he got to the Moon Pro before you did, because he didn't ever go to the Eastern Dark World until doing pod much later.
That makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, it was certainly interesting, because we were in no mode for a while, because your routes were so different.
By chance, did we find the flippers to finish out the logic on this thing?
The flippers are East Desert.
Okay. I go-moded that.
Yeah, I mean, of course you did. You also taught me that you don't need to switch to wooden arrows to do a splash delete, so that was fun.
Yeah, you can use any arrows. For a minute, I thought about splash deleting back over to Light World Shore after doing Ice Palace. Say a saving quote was probably faster.
Sure.
I'll be honest, I was going to do much the same thing, but then I happened upon the book and pod, and it just dragged me to the Desert Palace, and I was all setting up thinking, okay, how do I do the Ancilla slot reset, because I already beat Armos with the arrows, so I was processing all that in my head, and then the flipper showed up and thought, well, that's just brain power wasted. Thanks a lot, game.
You see, it gave you the big brain solution. Just use flippers.
Just use flippers. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, I mean, you could just do the normal fake flipper to Ice Palace and mirror. That would have been an option too, but then you had to go all the way down to the South Shore, so...
Yeah, who has time for that?
Yeah.
This is a race, Tracy. We have to go fast.
Yeah, I know, but it's faster to do that than if you don't know how to do splash delete and you can't get it done,
It's true.
right?
Absolutely true.
But yeah, so we did find the flippers. Yeah. Oh, Marty, your Dark Turtles was so good.
Yeah,
I think as you were in Eastern when we already knew where the fire rod was, and then you were in Eastern when Zeke got the lamp. And we're like, well, he's not getting a fire source. And you had this absolutely beautiful Dark Turtles, and even used the Bombos medallion for it. Just used the hammer and got through it really quickly. So I was very impressed.
yeah,
Sounds like you had a better time in Dark Turtles than I did in Light.
I have my own strat that sometimes generally works okay, sometimes works brilliantly, but can also go horribly, horribly wrong. You just happened to see the one that went brilliantly today.
Well, there you go. You could have just said that always works brilliantly, so, and just let us be. Yeah, but it was very nice.
You ruined the magic of it.
Fine, it was all magic. Ooh.
I know you're a doctor. Magic doesn't exist.
So another question I'll ask is, chat suggested after Ice Palace, one option would be to take the Lake Hylia Whirlpool to get you back to North Dark World, or sorry, Darth Light World. And any considerations there, or were you like me and just didn't even think about that?
For me, that was going to be my route before I went down towards Desert Palace. When I was planning to fake flip into Ice Palace, my plan was to then portal out, Splash Delete, go through the portal, go to North Dark World.
Mhm.
That was the route, and then
Mhm.
just happened to go the other way with finding the flippers and everything.
Yeah, so it was. Yeah, and of course, you do escape, you do Pyramid Fairy, and try to do the, of course, it's not a small key in Dark Cross. So, yeah, your teammates, you definitely had your teammates worried.
Sorry, guys.
But it was, and of course, the Zeke, I gotta ask you, full left, you don't see that every day.
I almost did the DM's route, and then I had enough keys to go, I can consider Rando Room.
Mm-hmm. And then you just kept right on going?
At that point, I'm already almost Armos anyways.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
At that point, it's faster to go to Armos than to mirror out and go from Compass Room to Armos.
Yeah. Certainly it was, I mean, don't know what would have happened if you'd gone the other way, but would have put it a lot closer. Like, I don't know that it was 4 minutes. I don't know if it was a 4-minute difference, you doing that route. But yeah, would have been interesting to see what would have happened if you'd gone to the right, done the traditional Dark Magician route, for instance.
Interestingly, Zelga has told me several times that when you get a lot of keys in the skeleton room, it might be more inclined to go down the right side because the big key has more of a chance to be down there.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just like, I was just screaming that in my head after finishing that room, and then go to the random room and thought, I could mirror out and go right side now. Wouldn't be that bad. It would be. And it was just in my head thinking, if I'm already behind, then this is a stupid gamble to make, so I had to keep going.
Fair enough.
So Zelga is always right, is the moral.
I mean, he's pretty good. I mean, I believe he just won a spoiler tournament, which doesn't really help you guys without Pilot Spoiler this season.
He's all right.
Shout out to Zelga for winning that.
I was very slightly disappointed that Zelga was sitting out this week. I was going to challenge him.
Your funeral, mate. I won't even do that. I'm on his team.
I mean, yeah, but it's my first time in Invitational. I got to challenge big names, right?
All right. Anything else?
Pleasure to race you, Marty.
Yeah. I was going to say, anything else you want to add before we close this out?
Just from me, thanks again for the restream and for commentating, for tracking, and GG's again, Zeke. Good race, and happy we all got good times this week, the two teams, so we have a nice split 3-3. And good luck in the next couple of rounds.
Same to you, Marty. And shout outs to Bandman for tracking, and to Keebs and Tracy for the commentary. Pleasure to have you on commentary today, Tracy.
Yeah, of course. That will do it for us for today, or for this race. There is one more race starting at 7:10 over on SpeedGaming Main. That'll be Oops All Foxes versus the Rando Toddlers. That'll be Tracefire versus Vexifer. I don't know. There might be some stuff going on in the opening, so keep an eye out on the ALTTPR channel, ALTTPR League channel, to see what's going on over there. I'd like to thank Keebs for joining me. I know this was a last-minute one for you, so definitely a pleasure. Glad to have you here. And, of course, Bandman on the tracking. Trackers always are MVPs. Can't do it without them, so huge shout-outs to Bandman. And Keebs, why don't you go ahead and close us out?
Yeah, thanks, Tracy. Thanks, everyone, for watching. GG's again to the runners, and we will see you in another race. Take care, everybody.